Good morning, Newman Smith. I'm Dr. Jimenez, the proud principal of Newman Smith High School, where our mission is to graduate all scholars to be college, career, or military ready without remediation. Well, good and happy Wednesday to you. Let's start our day like we do every day with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now our pledge to the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee. Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. And now for our moment of silence. All right, let's start with our word of the day and our quote of the day. I have a very special guest for our quote of the day, and don't worry, that special guest will be back as the special guest after our housekeeping. Our word of the day today is conduct. It's a verb. It means to control or manage, to behave in a certain way. Be sure to conduct yourself accordingly. I love it. Be sure to conduct yourself accordingly. All right, now let's do our quote of the day, and for our quote of the day, we have Coach Gillespie.
Quote of the day is by Dan Gable. Oh, I said Dan. All right. Dan Gable is once you've wrestled, everything in life becomes easy. You'll see why.
Wow. Okay, hold on to that thought. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Don't forget, December 9th is important. Why is December 9th important? It is the last day to turn in any absence makeup. Now, remember what we talked about. You need two things to get credit for your class. You need a grade above a 70, and you need what we call seat time. Once you miss 4 classes on an A day or a B day, you go into what we call, once you miss the 5th class, you go into what we call absence failure. So no matter what grade you make in that class, you don't get the credit. So you could have a 95, but if you've been absent 5 times, you don't get credit for the class. So you have from now until December 9th to get those made up in tutorials with your teachers or a teacher of that like subject. Okay, also, coming up next week is EOC. And so I want to make sure that everyone knows that in the retest of an EOC, so important that you pass, because if not, according to House Bill 4545, we have to give you 30 hours of outside of school instruction or put you in a remedial course. So please do your very best next week. And that's why we're doing Troy Time Plus on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So advisory teachers, please be watching for Troy Time Plus. Yesterday, I found an answer in Troy Time Plus that I do not approve of. IDK. That is text messaging. That is not an answer for a short constructed response. So I'll be talking to you today. Do not write IDK as an answer in Troy Time Plus. We are helping you to pass those classes. English 1 and English 2 EOC, that is our Troy Time Plus for freshmen and sophomores. So you guys will test this year in May. You must pass those exams, or we have to pull you from an elective next year so that you can get your House Bill hours in a remedial course. So you must pass that English 1, English 2 EOC in May. We're giving you a heads up now. You have lots of time to study. And December testers, you can do this. We've had you in prep classes. You have got this. You have got this. All right, let's bring over our special guest. According to our quote, something about if you wrestle with something, then other things can become easier. Once you wrestle, everything in life is easy. What are you wrestling with? Well, I don't know what you're wrestling with, but I know what we're about to wrestle with in Trojan Nation. Let's bring over our amazing wrestling team. So what's going on with our wrestling?
So today we have the Battle of Carrollton, which is we wrestle against Turner and Creekview, and we see who wins.
All right, so I know today is like this, it's like the grand opening, right? And not only that, it's some rivals. But I understand at 5 o'clock today that you guys have to weigh in. I know that wrestling takes a ton of discipline. So what that means is today you have to really be careful, like what you put in your bodies. Like you can't add extra pieces because you got to make that weight. Talk about the kind of discipline.
Discipline is the number one thing in wrestling. It's just, it's the biggest thing you need. If you don't have anything else, discipline is what gets you through. Because it's not about motivation, it's all about the discipline. Because if you just have motivation, it's going to be on and off during wrestling season. I don't like wrestling every day, but I come to practice every day. It's just part of it.
Toby, great advice. I know that you guys do a lot to practice after school or before school, like the hours that you have to put in. You keep up on the mat and wrestle. I think that we have a lot of fans of our UFC here. You know, wrestling is a big part of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. But I just don't think that scholars understand how many hours into just the wrestling striking piece. And so talk about like the hours you have to put every week.
I mean, with the UFC, and they do a mix of both striking and grappling, but a lot of them have wrestling backgrounds.
That's right.
And so, to get to that level, you have several of them that go D1, D2, and D3. And to get to those schools and to wrestle for those schools, you have to be wrestling in high school at least, if not before. You have to be wrestling for years at a time.
If you love UFC, you may want to talk to Coach Gillespie and Coach Zelaya, because you might want to start now. Is that what I hear you saying?
Yeah.
Well, we are super proud of you, our wrestling team. I'm excited for the opener tonight. I think it's going to be just the boost we need to have a great and incredible season. Will you guys help me close out our news?
No problem.
Oh, well, hold on. Wait a minute, though. I just said tonight. What time does it start?
6 p.m. tonight.
So, Trojans, if you want to see a little wrestling action tonight, we want you all here 6 p.m. tonight in the gym. We got 2 mats running. Okay. All right, let's bring our coaches in together. We're all going to close out. We love you. We think you're great. Remember, character counts. And make it a great day.